My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm reviewing Tom Ford Vanille Fatale, which I love the name. Very cool. This is, oh goodness, at £290 for 50ml. The fragrance family is ambery and woody. See, some companies are getting away from orientals. The notes are mahogany wood accord, roasted barley opal, and vanilla resinoid. Do we have our bottles of Tom Ford Vanille Fatale? Are we engaged with the high self? Let's get testing. So let's look at the glorious atomizer. So this bottle is the color of vanilla resinoid, this actual color. So I kind of picking up on the color and the connection straight away. This is giving me, vanilla absolute, vanilla resinoid, that sort of dark brown chocolatey color. So I'm going to apply the fragrance and see how we feel. I really like this, so that's a relief because I'm tired of bashing the house of Tom Ford, but we'll see how it is. Okay, vanilla fragrances are very addictive. I think in that sort of, you always reach for the same raw materials with these sort of formulas, and the aroma chemicals and naturals which you would put into vanilla fragrance are really delicious smelling. Unless you don't like vanilla, I know there's people that don't like vanilla, but you have to be really careful in formulating it because some of these raw materials can smell like really sickly sweet. There's a difference between the fine fragrance and the fragrance that would go in a fabric conditioner or a shampoo or wherever they're doing with the fragrance. And there's a difference in how you construct it, even though the chemicals are the same. So there is with fine fragrance, you want it to smell elevated, light, airy, and kind of you want to think about constructing the fragrance in a fine fragrance way. That's the way. There's a difference. There's different ways to work with it. This is light, airy, clean smelling, tonic, slightly smoky, slightly boozy, I would say. Smells sort of fresh and clean, which is also very important because without those fresh elements, things are going to smell sort of heavy, especially with this much vanilla and ethyl vanilla and heliotrope. They're going to smell quite heavy and dense, and you kind of want sort of that radiance. Not particularly radiant, so I kind of got that hit initially, but I haven't got the best skin for fragrance, so initially got that hit of that sort of serotonin, oxytocin hit of, oh, that's really nice. That's kind of like delicioso. It was like very delicious, but it's lost that sort of radiance, and I'm not kind of surprised because these raw materials are quite difficult to work with. So this is giving me kind of everything I thought. So within this, the Ice Super, you should be noticing that there's a lot of things there's a lot of similarities. Vanilla and ethyl vanilla and heliotropin, C14, C18. So you absolutely want that fruit molecules. You would want the ionones. Ionones are very interesting compounds because they're kind of revolting when you smell them. I don't know anyone who would particularly like them, but within a formula, they can really do quite magical things. And when you work with them, so within the sort of ionones can sort of give it a sort of violet-y sort of feel, or they can sort of help to give it sort of elevation and things. But this is sort of helping to give it that sort of oriental feel, even though it didn't say oriental. This is really lovely. So these ionones have been done particularly well. Gaiac would be sort of smoking out this formula. They've worked the naturals. I can see exactly what they've done. They wanted to go for like smelling like herbaceous. They're giving you sort of the herbaceous sort of vanilla, which is really great. It's kind of the direction I would have gone, and is giving the wood, so wood-like raw materials in there, a clean must sort of give it sort of a clean feeling to the formula. It does smell sort of like the vanilla pod, and that's kind of what I want. You want the name, you want the color to match the fragrance to match the color and the name. And in this aspect, it's really doing it for me. Cashmeran is helping to give sort of like a bit of sparkle and effervescence. Onto my final thoughts. I love this. I think it's really nice. I think it's very wearable. I think it's been designed beautifully. I think it's been handled beautifully. It smells like Tom Ford. It's keeping the brand. I love the name. I think the name is really, really great. It's kind of like, I love darkness and all that sort of stuff. Sometimes in names, they're kind of, it all fits, and this is all fitting for me. not particularly radiant. I'd love to hear your comments if this is a monster on you, because, you know, fragrances aren't particularly great on me. I'd love to know that. Please leave your comments below. What do you think about it? Is this your favorite vanilla fragrance? Do you get radiance? This will last. So the way it's been constructed is on a plus that you'll get really good longevity, but the projection really isn't great on me. I'm having to go on quite near. One thing I want to say as well, when you're constructing a vanilla fragrance, because you're going to reach for those raw materials because you want it to smell like a vanilla fragrance, there will be similarities, and there is a not similar, but it's in this. I can sort of smell the kind of, I think I can, the kind of, when Xerjoff worked with vanilla, they work with vanilla a lot. So I haven't reviewed this stuff for a while. They have this sort of finish with it. So this could quite easily be taken into a fragrance by Xerjoff, but it doesn't smell like a dupe or anything, but it kind of is giving me that brand. So if you love Xerjoff and how they work with, you know, the Alexander and the Naxos and all that, they work vanilla really great. This is in sort of keeping with it, and I think you'll love it. I'm currently working on vanilla fragrances, and the thing that I found personally, as I always want insane radiance, that's kind of the thing I go for. If I can smell it out here on my skin, I know it's going to be a monster. So that's why the development time, because I wanted to release these, I've had the names for about maybe a year or 2 years, I think. It's such a long time because, you know, I want everything. And where this is falling down is the radiance isn't really, I'm not really getting that sort of radiance, but the longevity I know is going to be really, really great of this, and it's instantly likable. The price is really high. I'm going to put that out there. It's like, was it 320, 50 mil is kind of like, you know, yeah, I think it's, in my opinion, I think it's like a little bit intense. So I'm going to mark it a 8 out of 10. If the price was lower, so let's say the highest that this I would love to see is between 160 and 180 if it was in my range. Absolutely highest, and that would have crazy raw materials and that cost crazy sort of prices. And if it was more intense, it would get a 10. And I'm taking 2 marks off because I'm not getting radiance, which I'd love, you know, especially for this amount of money. And the price is a little bit high. I think it's pretty fair. So I hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.